Okay, now that we've got our cabinets hung, we've got our hardware put on, they're pretty much clean. There's a couple stickers. I used some Glue Gun to get that off. They always have to have stickers. What we got next is to put our shelves in so we can start using the cabinets. These are not the best quality support clips. They have metal styles that snap in and so on. But what I like about these is you install your shelf and it goes in and snaps, and this holds it from rocking. I've had some of the metal clips that go in and down, or they go in and out, I should say, and then if you lean on the front of the shelf, it'll tilt up, and this will keep that from happening. So I don't know what height I want. I'll probably use the bottom shelf the highest, because you grab the taller items probably. I don't know yet. But they're easily moved. So just press them in place. And these adjust. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So for one shelf, we're going to go ahead and put these in. And I think, I don't know the use of these cabinets yet. It's a different location than before, and the stove is in a different spot. So I don't know if I'm doing this too soon, but I can't find anything because they're in boxes in the other room because of the remodel. So I gotta start somewhere. So you take your shelf and go high, bring it in, set them on. And if I did it right, sometimes you don't push the clip in all the way. You bring it down and it should snap like that. See that? Because I had the mother shelves, and I think the other cabinets had them actually. But if you put a lot of weight in the front edge, it'll tip up, and these won't. So pick something here. Here's some steak sauce, okay? So if I used that lower bracket, that would not have fit here. So I think what I'm going to do is the same thing on the second shelf, and then up here on the top I might put coffee filter, something small, like Dawson likes some of this vanilla caramel latte, and it's really good. It's frothy, but it's instant, you just whatever. But I think smaller items will fit up there. So I think that's what I'll do, is I'll do large, and then a smaller portion at the top for now. I want to get some of these items put away because we can't find our coffee. We can't find any of this stuff. We can't find the salt and pepper, coffee filters, things like that. So I need to get this kitchen put together. I'm going to go ahead and go around and make sure all the stickers are out, wash everything off, make sure any sticker residue is out, and then snap all these in, set our shelves in, and I'll go ahead and, finish putting this one in, and this will make a big difference. We start to get our house back in order. It's been a train wreck for too long. You get other projects, it's not like a customer's house where you got to bing bang, get her done and get them back in business. This is at home, and it's always a back burner, like your own mechanic's car, It's back burner. But this is annoying. I need to get this job done, and it's hard to cook when you got to go hunt for boxes of what. So, shelf number 2. Come in, go high. See if it works. See if I did it right. Like that. There we go. And then that's in. Check it out. So then let's see if the same steak sauce will fit there. If it was down here, it wouldn't, obviously. So, we could put whatever. Mustard. So, how about some Parmesan? Maybe we would have spaghetti night. What do you think? Parmesan. So, that's it. I think it looks good. All the inside of the cabinets are hardwood. The boxes, the shelves are hardwood, multi-strand plywood with a front. We got our hardware on. It's getting attractive looking, so they're not high-end cabinets, but they're much better, nicer than what we had pre-finished. I like them. I'll show you at the end. I'll go around and pop them all in all these cabinets and start with them. We can start putting some of our items back in, and we'll have more room in the dining room. Well, here we have it. Check it out. All clean, stickers removed, any kind of residue off. Shelves snapped in. They lock in nice. Food pantry. Might adjust the heights yet. I don't know. I did throw a couple boxes of cereal, that kind of stuff in there to see the height. But I'm going to be real happy getting this thing back together. So, looks good. We'll check out this side over here. So we have all the upper cabinets ready. And just confirming everything's done here. I hear a little noise. Watch Wes work on YouTube. He's building repairing his bucket on his skid steer, and he's putting in new. He's got a new plasma table. Pretty cool. I like his content. So, what's the next step? We're probably gonna move on to the outlets, move them forward, get the covers on, adjust the paint. We got to do a little paint touch up, and move along. So here's a heater that gets under the sink. It's got a little surface rust on it. Not gonna worry about it. It heats good. I've got my kick panel. I didn't install it on this cabinet because of this, and I got my mark of 22 1/4 by 3 and almost 3/4. I gotta have a little wiggle room to slide it in. It's got 2 ears on it, and I want to fasten it to the front of the kick, and then I'm going to put a couple blocks in there so I can screw the kick to the cabinet. A little bit different than the other one, so that we can service the heater. And so I got to go cut this. This is I don't know, 5 ply, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ply, 1/2-inch plywood, and I want to cut that out and keep this as strong as possible. So I'll probably drill, maybe jigsaw, maybe circular saw some. We'll see. All right, I got my opening cut centered with a sink, and then I got 2 blocks cut, and I'm going to remove those brackets, and I'm going to put 2 blocks on so that we can screw the face directly on the kick with a heater installed. Well, that was relatively simple. After cutting that out, I just bent that ear tab just a little and slid the heater cover on and back, bent that back, put 4 screws in it so it's flush and tight. And then it is elevated because we haven't done our floor yet. And what I wanted to do was keep enough room for our hardwood and our quarter round. And so this quarter round or baseboard, whichever I decide. And then here's our cover. And so all I need to do is, and this will thread right into the kick plate. So all I have to do now is take this out and clean it, spray paint it. I'll probably paint it black. I'm not sure. I might do black or brown. Might do leather brown. I think I got some of that left over. Because the baseboard that we're going to use around the room, I might want to use the same thing across the front of the cabinets. So I'm not sure if I want it black. Doesn't really matter. I might do plywood and do it black because it's easier. I know we have that. Because it gets abused a little bit. You kick it at times. So that's it. That's pretty simple on that project. And like I just turned the breaker on. It's a 220 thermostat over there on the wall. So, and this thing works great. So first thing in the morning, you're making your coffee, you want to do dishes or something, you can cook that heat on for a couple minutes. Nice. So that's a simple one. Now we're going to move on to one more project. What we got to do? We're going to clean out the stove. We're going to take the door off. We're going to super clean that. We're going to take the fridge, clean that. And I believe we're going to be ready to pull these tiles up and put rosin paper down and start our flooring. Stay tuned. Well, I cleaned the oven really well. It's still wet in there. But I used baking soda. I made a paste, water, and then I sprayed down with vinegar and wiped it up, and it cleaned up really well. It's not perfect, but pretty nice. I want to do that before we do the hardwood floor because I didn't want to, drippings right away when I do that. So that'll probably be good for 6 months till I make another pie and slop and burn it all over. But the next thing I want to do is, it used to be a wastebasket here in the bar, and it was about 1, 2, 3 or 4 steps. And I would dribble, I don't know what it is, coffee filter, whatever, juice, whatever, off from stuff. And I want to put a wastebasket under the cabinet. And so I got this one on Amazon. I don't see any difference between this one and Lowe's. So let's read the directions and see how easy this is going to be to install and see if the wastebasket we have will work with this. Let's see what we got going on here, right? This has an extra basket in the front you can use. I think this was around $40, and the one at Lowe's was $77, I think, plus tax. I don't see a difference. They both look like pretty good slides. And these are, I think they're full extension. So this picks up, and then which direction? Yeah, see that? I think they're ball bearing, aren't they? They're smooth. Yeah, they're ball bearings. See them? And 4 screws to hold it down. So that's up to 4 screws. They got 6 there. So 2 for something else here. I think so you can hook it to the side of the cabinet maybe too. I'll use this cardboard to set it up. Let me get organized. I'll read them little directions there. Well, there's not much direction. Well, there isn't any direction really. But you lift this up. This will be the front of the can. And then you put this in. That holds this up so your can sits inside of it. And you pick the corresponding hole to keep this upright. I'm going to go with the last one right now. And then like that. And then this one goes in the back. That holds your can from falling out the back. And then this thing is that collapsible front shelf that I thought I'd like, because I could throw kitchen sponges or some hand soap, scrubbers. So I think that'd be handy. Some of them offered that, some didn't, and I thought, well, that'd be kind of nice. And then on the side here, they're riveted, but it looks like you can, I was hoping you can slide that down to raise this up and down to attach it. So I'm not sure it's going to work in all the cabinets because there's about a 1/4 inch lip. But let's check it out, see if it fits in there. Well, first off, let's see if this can fits in it, right? And it does. Good. So I can use like a 13-gallon, I think it's 11, but like a 13-gallon trash bag. And then let's see if it fits in the cabinet. See, I was wondering on these legs, I think what I would have done is had this, little screws or something so you can move the brackets up and down. But let's see if it clears okay. If it does, it does. Anyway, and it looks like it's going to work. So having this rack in the front, obviously I've got to push it back far enough so that the doors can clear. Which might mean that we can't pull the trash can all the way out. So let me try that now. Well, it does clear the cabinet, which is good. We've got a couple inches, and then this will come out even farther, but without it attached, it's going to tip up. So I'll do a couple more measurements, and then I'll decide if I'm going to commit, because once you commit, you've got a hole in the cabinet, you know. But I think that's what I'm going to want, and I'll have that so it clears. And just that little basket's handier than, you know, I don't like these tip out doors on your kitchen sink where you can put your sponges. Reason is you slop them all up and they all get disgusting right here. And that's not a problem spot you want there because it'll drip down on your doors. So I think throwing a couple extra things down in that basket would be handy. So that means I got to move the basket back. There's still, you know, all that room under here. So the trap is on this side because it's a right-hand sink. So I think that's a good spot. That's the only spot. And if I didn't want to put this thing on there, you know, I could hook it inside or somewhere else, but it kind of makes sense just to leave it with it. So let me get some a pencil, tape measure, confirm how I want, you know, the holes in the cabinet that's permanent. So you get something handy here. Okay, the only difference I did was I went and I put a couple pieces of our molding that we used on the ceiling and solid pine, and I pre-drilled the holes. And what that did is it elevated it because it was so close to this edge. I didn't want to, like, I don't know, bang into it. And it works good. So I screwed them down with Torx tip, 1.5 inches, 1 5/8, and they're going to hold well. So here we got it. The only thing we gave up is that extra little room right here because of the basket. You know, if I took the basket off, I could have moved the bracket farther forward. But I kind of like this, and I think it'll come in handy because, like I said, I decided not to get these things to put your sponges and stuff in. So just a quick little under the cabinet. So when I'm got my sink going, I got my cutting board and stuff right here, whatever, I can just reach down and chuck it. I got plenty of room to stand on this side, so I can just keep this side closed. Dishwasher right here. I just think that's convenient. And so, all right, so we got a couple small things done. We got the heater done. We got the basket in there. I got the heater cover drying in the garage. I painted that black. So I don't want to do any of the kicks yet because we got to put the hardwood flooring in. So let's see what we got. We got our under cabinet lights. I got 2 more to put up, I think. And we've got, what else? What else? You know, we're getting down there. I got to do my bottom shelves. Like right now, the drawers and everything's fine. That's an extra door for that cabinet over there where we put the little wine cooler, soda cooler in. So that I'll be putting in storage, put it in the box. We got to snap our shelves in. I didn't want to do that yet on the lowers until I decide what I'm going to put down there, because I think the pantry is going to be basically on this side. And then a little bit to the right, I might do like cookbooks, things like that. I don't use cookbooks a lot. I glance at them and say, oh yeah, I need that ingredient, but I don't really go by, you know, 3 tablespoons of this and that. I do my own. But yeah, we're winding down. We got the switch covers on. Got the outlet covers on. We got our backsplash done. We got under cabinet lighting in. I got them all switched off right now. We got to clean out the fridge and scrub it. It's all dirty from construction here. Got to finish washing, cleaning off that TV. We've got this light up overhead we've got to do for the bar yet. And I'm not sure till we get the cabinets in here. So it looks like we'll be peeling up these tiles, putting down some rosin paper, and starting some flooring next. So stay tuned. I'm getting excited. I mean, it's getting there. I know if this was a customer job, I'd have to stay right on it. But at home, you kind of have when it fits in, you know. So that's why this seems to be dragging out a little bit. But it's looking good so far. So thanks again for watching these couple little projects out right here at the sink, you know. That wastebasket with a little extra storage and that heater beneath. So coming along. Thanks for watching.